What's up? This isn't really, I don't know, it's not really a vlog or anything. It's basically just me getting on the internet to have a whinge. Anybody that's known me for more than a minute will know that I'm a massive, massive fan of comic, in particular Marvel comics. So you gotta know that when Marvel first came out and brought Iron Man out, like however many years ago that was, I was insanely happy that that was a thing. And then to find out that there's all these other movies that come out that are all interconnected, exactly, well, not exactly, but in the same kind of vein of the comics, that all of these characters all live in one world, and they all, at some point cross paths and that kind of thing. That was amazing. And then, they did stuff on TV. To be honest, when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. came out, the ABC show, where do they play it here? I don't know. I think they played in 7 in Australia. I don't even know if it's on TV in New Zealand. The first, I don't know, 3 episodes, I was into it, and then it just got worse and worse. And that's nothing on Clark Gregg, whatever his name is, who plays the main guy there, Agent Coulson, Phil Coulson. Nothing on him. I just think, I don't know, you kind of sacrifice a lot when you make the move from motion picture to television, obviously because television just doesn't have the same budget. And I always felt like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was really just trading off the popularity of the Marvel movies in a way that wasn't very helpful to the credibility of the storytelling. It was like they couldn't go an episode without mentioning something that happened in a Marvel movie or something related to a Marvel movie. And to me, it seemed like a crutch. So, and anyway, so then Netflix happened, and then so Daredevil on Netflix happened, and Daredevil is one of the best things I've ever watched on TV. Really is. And it's one of the most kind of honestly realized adaptations of any comic book that I've ever seen. I love that show. And so then you had Daredevil, you had Jessica Jones, which was good because not a lot of people knew who Jessica Jones was, something out there. Jessica Jones, which introduced Luke Cage, who a lot of people probably didn't know until that came out, because Power Man, to be honest, is one of those kind of weird, late 70s characters I think he was. I mean, he wore jeans, he wore jeans, a canary yellow shirt, and a tiara, whatever. And he had a little bit of an afro thingy going on. So people got introduced to him as well. We're getting Iron Fist. There's a lot of bad media coming out about this because a couple of people have been able to see that early for reviews and stuff, and it's just not really being that well received. But here's the thing, it's the 14th today, the 14th of March, and it doesn't come out until the 17th. Now, once it comes out on the 17th, the majority of the series, there is a misconception that on Netflix everything comes out all at once, and it doesn't. Some things have normal kind of weekly episodes, and some things will release a season at a time. In this particular case, it's being released one season. So some people have already watched that whole season, I imagine, or maybe they got to see the first kind of 3 episodes or whatever. They're not reviewing it very well. Not to say that they're not doing their job very well, I'm just saying they're not giving it a very good review. It seems as though they're just it's not up to the standard of what Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, because honestly, all 3 of those shows are amazing for different reasons. Very tonally, very different as well. Same universe, same couple of city blocks, but still very different because obviously they focus on those individual characters in their own things, and so, the tone is different. But I read in a couple of different places about how it's Iron Fist, more Hollywood whitewashing. When you base something off a source material, and the source material is about a young white male who gets brought up in an Asian country and taught a specific kind of martial arts and taught all these kinds of things, and then he becomes good at it. When you come to adapting that to the screen, what are you wanting to do? Are you wanting to then change the race of that guy? Are you wanting to change the circumstances of how he arrives eventually at being a superhero? Do you want him to be trained in martial arts in New York? Like, I don't get it. What are you actually annoyed about? I mean, look, take for example, you've got Ghost in the Shell coming out. If you don't know what Ghost in the Shell is, you haven't lived your life. But you've got a Japanese character played by a South African actress, not black South African, like Afrikaans actress, and there you have some kind of, you have some kind of ground to say, could you not find a, really? Helicopter? There you've got some kind of ground to say, surely there could have been an effort to find a Asian actress, if not a Japanese actress, but an Asian actress to play this Asian character. But when the original story is about a white kid who grows up to be a white man, as most white kids do, what's the problem with that? So that's lame. But in terms of, it's not as good, it's its own story. Is it good on its own merits? Is it perhaps maybe a little bit too similar to things that are already out? How many new stories can you tell? It's like a friend of mine, Adam, used to say, don't get too hung up on writing a song because there's only so many chords and notes and there's only so many arrangements of those. Somebody will have done it before you. You just do it the best you can, then a whole bunch of swearing. Because Adam. Yeah, I don't know. I think the main point in this is just that I'm kind of getting a little bit sick of this kind of negativity. Honestly, this pundits and, critics and whatnot, that's their job, but see the dang thing first and then make up your own mind. I just wonder how many people won't watch this or won't watch it for ages, only to finally watch it and find out, actually, I enjoyed that. I probably should have watched it a long time ago. This is really just a whinge. Nothing about nothing. I just got home from work and I bought myself ice cream, so I'm gonna go put that in the freezer / my mouth and make myself some dinner. Anyway, if anything else annoys me during the week, I'm sure you'll hear about it. Actually, I had one other thing. This is more serious now. If you haven't spoken to somebody that you're supposed to be close to, family member, good friend, if you haven't spoken to them in a long time, why don't you just chuck them a text message and just say, hey, how's it going? What are you up to? I'm realizing kind of that there's a lot of room for regret in your life. You don't want to ever leave anything unsaid to people that you love and to people that you care about. So if there is somebody out there, maybe you feel like it's been, a couple weeks, a couple of months, a year, get in touch. Even if they don't want to reciprocate, you've made the effort, and that's all you can do, is to love each other, be cool, be good people, be as good of a person as you can. But anyway, with that being said, God bless, take care of yourselves, and each other, and I'll see you next time. Bye. That's kind of stupid.